Hey everyone, Cinephile Mike is here, and it is season 4 of award season reviews. We're counting down to the 98th Academy Awards with 98 reviews in 98 days. Quick reminder before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single day of these reviews. We're covering some amazing films. We are halfway through our 6th theme week. We're building on that Golden Globe energy with International Week. Yes, I'm looking at 7 films, not in the English language. There's not a bad one in the batch so far what we've been looking at this week. And today, I'm looking at the powerful and disturbing voice of Hind Rajab. Written and directed by Kaouther Hania, the film premiered to a history-making 23-minute standing ovation at the Venice Film Festival before having its limited theatrical awards qualifying season run in December of last year. The voice of Hind Rajab unfolds on January 29th, 2024, during the Israeli military evacuation orders in Gaza's Tel Al-Hawa neighborhood. Now, as citizens and civilians attempt to flee, chaos erupts and one family comes under fire while trapped inside their vehicle. From more than 50 miles away at the Palestine Red Crescent Emergency Call Center in the West Bank, operators receive a frantic emergency call reporting that a young girl is stranded and in immediate danger. We learn that her name is Hind Rajab. She is 6 years old. The call center staff quickly realizes the severity of the situation. When they attempt to reconnect with the family, the call is answered briefly by a woman screaming, followed by the sound of gunfire and then silence. Moments later, Hind herself is on the line, frightened and alone, pleading for help. With no visual access to the scene, the staff has to rely entirely on Hind's voice, some fragmented updates and limited information as they attempt to coordinate a rescue in an increasingly inaccessible and very volatile, scary area. Omar, played by Motaz Malhiz, one of the emergency operators, becomes deeply invested in keeping Hind calm and conscious as these minutes stretch into hours. Alongside colleagues Mahdi, played by Amer Lohel, and Supervisor Rana, played by Saja Kilani, he struggles against logistical barriers, delayed permissions, and the psychological toll of listening to a child in danger with no clear path to reach her. A therapist, Nisreen, played by Clara Cowrie, is brought in to both support Hind and the call center staff as the situation keeps growing more and more complex and emotionally overwhelming. And in a race against time, they will try to save this young girl who is crouched in the back of a shot-up car surrounded by the bodies of her family. So it's not an easy one to talk about in this format. Kaouther Hania, once again demonstrates an extraordinary ability to convey immense emotional weight with minimal cinematic intervention. Much like Four Daughters, she understands that, restraint can be more devastating than spectacle. By choosing to keep the camera almost entirely inside the Red Crescent call center and letting the events in Gaza, we hear it, but we don't see it. It's intense and cinematic in the call center, but at least, visualizing what's happening on the other side of that phone is devastating enough, and we don't have to see that, real world tragedy, so we're safe from that. It really proves to be a very effective choice cinematically. This film really becomes a study in listening to fear, to responsibility, to human limitation. The tight close-ups on the Red Crescent staffers emphasize the emotional labor of bearing, witness to this in the real time. We watch faces process hope, frustration, and disbelief, and often without words. Motaz Malhiz, he's particularly powerful as Omar, delivering a performance that, walks this line of urgency and vulnerability, and it never feels performative, even when he's heightened. It's just the weight of this world pressing down on him is just so vividly captured and presented. The incorporation of real audio recordings from the date of the incident gives the film a gravity that is impossible to ignore. These moments are difficult, and they should be. And Hania also weaves in additional footage later in the film that deepens the context in a powerful way, but doesn't shift focus away from what we're looking at. At just under 90 minutes, the voice of Hind Rajab, it's relentless. Not because it raises its voice, but because it just never looks away. It's an emotionally exhausting experience, but a necessary one, and a powerful reminder of how cinema can honor reality without exploiting it. Okay, heavy one. I think the heaviest film I've talked about this season. Now, as we do, let's talk about the box office and the awards. Okay. As of this recording and posting, the film has so far made $157,632 domestically and $4,017,036 internationally, giving it a worldwide take of $4,174,668. Critically, the film has a tomato meter of 96% from 100 critical reviews and an 89% popcorn meter from over 500 audience reviews. Award season-wise, the film won 9 different awards at the Venice Film Festival, where it premiered, including the Grand Jury Prize Silver Lion and the Best Film in Competition. It was nominated for the Golden Globe for Best Non-English Feature Film, and the film has also had many successful nods and wins amongst critic circles and film festivals throughout the season. As for its Oscar chances, it is shortlisted for Best International Feature. I personally believe it's a powerful contender for the category, though I'm going to be honest, International Feature is such a stacked deck this year. However, with previous nods in this category, Hania was nominated for Four Daughters. Even though she wasn't nominated, another film she directed was nominated in the international category, The Man Who Sold His Skin. So the Academy is a fan of Hania's work. So we'll see. In about a week, a little more. So where do I land? This film for me, y'all might be teasing me for this, but this one, another 5 stars. 4 days in a row, 4 5-star films. It's powerful. I will be honest. It's a film you should see, but you'll only need to watch it once. It will stay with you, but once. So if you would like to see this, there are still a few select screenings in select cities. No streaming or on-demand information yet. However, if it makes the cut, I am sure it will make its way back into theaters. All right. Thank you all for joining me for episode 39 of Award Season Review Season 4. We're going to be doing this every day for the next 59 days, so stay with me. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and drop your thoughts in the comments. You can follow me everywhere on social platforms, on Letterboxd, and of course head over to cinephilemike.com for even more reviews and movie goodies. I'll be back tomorrow with the next review, but until then, this is Cinephile Mike saying take a break and watch something new.